Good Day Journal 373 by 715. 373,000 by July 15th. That was the mission. The title of your mission to freedom was 373 by 715. As if coordinates on a map, 373 by 715 were the directions you needed to align your life so that you started living your life, just as you always imagined. By most measures, that old life of yours was a good one. A life that by most measures, by more than 95% of the world's population would have been deemed tremendous. But it wasn't excellent for you. You know great. Your name, after all, is Nate. Nate the Great is how some folks teasingly referred to you through your childhood. Even with your name, inspiring and living up to greatness undoubtedly escaped you by your standards. Greatness escaped you until you locked in on the coordinates 373 by 715. As usual, locking in on the life you always imagined was inspired by a child, your child. As if 373 by 715 was a 2x4. You got the bump on your head with the paddle into your backside to get your head out of your ass, to get a head start immediately on the road to living your best life. No longer the little boy who asks, "Can you see me, Daddy?" Or the toddler who had the sassiness to tell you that you were being rude and foolish and owed him an apology and should be ashamed of yourself. But your son remains the voice you hear above all but the Creator, and the one person you could see as clear as day if you no longer possess the sight of your eyes. You see Him and you hear Him. You saw and heard of Him needing to find a way to live His best life, which you know as a tree. It's rarely possible for fruit unless the tree ups its game. So seeing and hearing Him, you took on the challenge to up your game. You finally gave definite coordinates with an amount and due date required to start living your life as you always imagined. The tree is known for the fruit that it bears, and so the tree must get its act together if it wants the fruit to live an extraordinary life, if its fruit is to live a celebrated blue ribbon existence. You made some changes, like having a plan of attack for whom you would market your services. You conceptualized an app you identified as a game-changing that would make money for you when you were asleep, which, for the record, is the best time of the day to make money. You finally did for yourself what you do for so many. You gave yourself a renewed, expressive image of the life you wanted, with the coordinates required to begin the new journey. 373 by 715. Above all, you just found a way to stay focused. Being focused on caring for yourself and advancing your dreams has always been a challenge for you, good or bad. The expression, it's better to give than receive, often worked against you. It kept you from giving yourself what you needed to do better. So many times you gave away the best of you to those in need and those needed folks and received nothing in return. What you can do is incredible when you put your mind to it. No one is like you when you focus deliberately and intently on your audacious hopes and dreams. What's more outstanding about you is seeing what happens when driven by the most significant cause, God's mandate to strive to be a model for what happens when you trust and believe in the Spirit. When you accept this factual, that as a person thinketh in their heart, so are they, all you do is win. All you do is kick ass and take names when you Put your eyes solely on the prize. As Uncle Willie says, cat in, kick ass, and take names. I don't know if you ever succeeded in anything. Certainly nothing noteworthy doing it for yourself. Your best experiences occur when you help serve and ensure others know their lives matter. More often than not, over your child's lifespan. Those best experiences and moments of unparalleled personal success derive from trying to ensure your child's life is exceedingly more remarkable than yours. You are, if nothing more, a person for others. Yes, my life is good. You get to say to those who want to celebrate what you've done with your life, but you routinely reply, but you should see my fruit's life. You say, my fruit's life is way better than mine. My fruit's life is so good that if you could taste this life, you would almost immediately develop diabetes. His life is sweeter than sweet. His life is melodiously, harmoniously, extra satisfyingly sugary and syrupy. My fruit is highly favored, acclaimed worldwide, and he lives a first-class, sweet life. It's the job of the tree to be part of a global ecosystem where people can count on you to share much of what they need from life. It should be a place where folks can find shade, a dwelling where there is sap and excess availability. Not just sap, but healthy sweetness like honey and agave, those natural things that add additional flavor to life. To be a tree where those birds who flock with you can find a safe place of respite, a fortress of solitude to recharge when they are weary. To be a tree where you are part of a supernatural ecosystem that makes the planet, not America, great again. MPGA, make the planet great again. Unlike America, it is inarguable that the planet was once glorious and now needs us to make it great again. The earth was once healthier than it is today. Before there were people, the planet took care of itself superbly and efficiently as the universe intended. But people, doing what people do, and being who we are, made the planet less than it could be. Now, you bear the responsibility as do all humans, whether they know it or not, whether they choose to act on it or leave the planet better upon their departure than their arrival. You do that as a serial, best-selling, award-winning author and renowned global public intellectual. That's what you do as a philanthropist and humanity propulsion engineer. Aren't you glad you finally got the coordinates you needed to feel no longer like you were one of the children of Israel, lost in the wilderness? Aren't you glad you found your way when you received the introductory coordinates directing you to your best life? 373 by 715. 373,000 by July 15th. That was the mission.
Reflect and write. For Nate, it was the love for his son that repeatedly served as the catalyst for him to up his game. What moves you to push yourself to do more? What ignites your fire? Is it the desire to ensure that your fruit has a life that exceeds even your wildest imagination? Is it the purpose that was given to you by the Creator that only you can carry out? What is the catalyst that keeps you from settling? Do you need to update the image you have for the life you want to live? Have you set the coordinates for your destination? By when will you arrive at your desired location? Now act. You cannot get to the desired best life without a clear vision for that life and a timeline for getting there. Without those, you will be like so many others who are just wandering aimlessly. Once upon a time, Nate's coordinates to his best life were 373 by 715, 373,000 by July 15th. That was the mission. There are several steps to today's action. First, update the image you have in your mind's eye for your best life. Be specific. Write it all down. Leave nothing out. Next, determine the dollar amount you need to be free. This means owing no one and the ability to live life you always imagined. Finally, set a date. Seriously, set a date by which you will get there. If this all seems a bit daunting, head over to the website and sign up for the 5-day wake-up challenge, nathanielaturner.com. This will help you get started. Now journey forward.